Hello and welcome back, guys, to Football Fanatics. Me and Gokul are back again with the Game Week 25 show. And we have a lot of things to cover. So let's not waste any time. Let's start with Game Week 24 results first. And side by side, we'll be doing the predictions for Game Week 25 as well. So there is no place else to start again but with Manchester United. After that, 1-1 draw to Burnley again. Sean Dyche team, bottom of the league again, proving really hard again for Manchester United to beat.
Yeah, it's the same story again as we saw in the Middlesbrough game in the FA Cup. Like first half, it was all United. They were playing really well. They scored a goal, but they couldn't score the second goal. And it's seeing that the second half, it's a big trouble for United nowadays because again this game Burnley came into the game. They dominated United in the second half. They played really well, and they got the goal. They deserved that goal, and they got the goal. And again, United like dropping points. They're like really struggling in the top four race, so it's not good days for United right now.
United were dominant in the first half. They could have killed the game in the first half, but they didn't. They left it too late again. Second half, Sean Dyche's team. We know the new 6.6 feet striker that they have just bought in. Weg was, I don't know, really, I can't really spell his name. He absolutely beat Manchester United to bits. That pass and that goal was absolutely amazing from Burnley side again. Very Burnley-ish again, getting that 1 point off Manchester United there. Rashford looked really wasteful again. Sancho had a good game, I could say that he's having at least a couple of good weeks now. But apart from that, the whole squad looked really shambles again.
Yeah, again, yeah, true. Like Sancho, I think he's now like settling in United. He's looking much better compared to like before, before December and all. Now he's getting a lot more on the game. He's getting more. He's looking confident now. And yeah, Rashford was like he was wasteful. He was shooting from ranges where there were not chances of scoring goals. He could have like put in his teammates who have better chance to score goals. And yeah, and Maguire again, very poor game again. He could have like stopped Rodriguez there, Jared Rodriguez. It was like a schoolboy, like he was.
Maguire is nowhere looking like the 80 million striker that you guys signed. Nowhere even close. And at least people were having a conversation of Maguire being at least 80 million, at least last season or something before that. But this season he's completely proved that he's not even worth half of the amount that Manchester United has paid for him. He just doesn't have the mentality when Manchester United wants to play a forward game. Him, Van Bissaka, that's the same problem they have. They just cannot play progressive football there.
Yeah, that's what. Like now, Varane, I think he's settled nicely. He's playing a lot better now. He's like he got the confidence and he's like looking great on the ball too, and he's reading the game well. But Maguire has been a very like he's not at all being a good partner to Varane, and I think the bold choice is to drop Maguire and put in Lindelof, I guess, because he made the choice of like dropping Ronaldo and putting in Cavani. And I think now it's the time to drop Maguire because.
Do you think Maguire will be dropped? I doubt it because because the player power in Manchester United is too hard to beat now. You see players like because you see players like Ronaldo dropped in, but you see news is coming out. There's a clash from between players and Ragnick now. You see the news came out yesterday that there has been comparisons. There has been really weird comparisons for Manchester United coaches to television series coaches, and it's weird. It's weird. I'll tell you what. Right now, Ragnick is not the right choice. That's what it's looking like. And the players doing that individual errors in every game is just showing up United. He's just absolutely showing up United, and it's showing up Ragnick's tactics. I don't believe it's exactly Ragnick's tactics. I really believe it's individual errors most of the time. But honestly, if this continues, I doubt Ragnick will be a longer term coach again. Again, we know that I think Pochettino is coming probably the end of the season, but they might just quicken the process if the results continue because we know Spurs dropped points. Good for United, but then Arsenal again got the 3 points and West Ham again are in top four. So those both teams are really keeping up with United. So if again you guys have really tough fixtures going this week again, I mean, you can say the tough fixtures compared to Burnley at least. If you guys do not get at least 6 points out of this, at least 4 points out of these two games, it's game over for United this season, no?
Yeah, I think not 4 points. We need 6 points. We need both the games. And yeah, I think the problem with Ragnick is that he doesn't have players like to play the way he likes to play. He doesn't have the players in United because this squad is not balanced squad. It's totally imbalanced squad. They don't have a proper defensive midfielder. They don't and the problem is they don't have we know he likes to like play the pressing game, but he doesn't have the squad to play the pressing game. So he's struggling to do that. And moreover, like United are in the first half, they are playing well. They are making chances, they are creating that, but they are not able to kill the game. They are not able to get the second goal, the third goal, and kill the game. They're not able to do that. And then in the second half, I don't know what happens. They just go out of the game. They are not there in the game. They are like playing like schoolboys, and like the Burnley team are playing much better.
I think the mentality from Burnley side was absolutely amazing. They were brilliant yesterday. I mean, they were brilliant the last time they played United, and United had no answers. They couldn't break down Burnley, and they were surviving. If I had to be honest, and yeah, Manchester United looked a really weak side on that day, and really a side who are actually in bottom of the table right now.
Yeah, and like Burnley, I think they have scored a goal at home after like 3 months, I guess, and it has to happen to United. So yeah, they're like poor there right now. They are really struggling. I hope they like get 6 points, like to wins the next two matches because it's really important for the top four race.
And it's not going to be easy again. You see Manchester United going against teams like Southampton and Brighton. Southampton again. We'll come back to Southampton against when we go to Spurs. But this United squad, when I look at it, you see the quality they signed this season: Varane, Sancho, and Ronaldo. You don't really expect them to be struggling to get into top four, but that's what's happening right now. Now Ronaldo is getting dropped. But I didn't really expect Ronaldo to play a whole 90 minutes every game. So I was expecting him to be getting dropped at some of the other games. So that was there. But this doesn't look good for United. This doesn't look good for United to finish in top four. But I still expect them to finish top four. The quality they have, they should definitely finish in top four.
Yeah, if you're not in the top four, then it's like a tragedy because this season, after signing Varane, Sancho, we already had to finish in top four. Then on top of that, we signed Ronaldo. So it will be a disaster if they don't qualify for top four. So but it's not easy, because like West Ham are looking good, Arsenal are looking good. Yeah, we got lucky that Spurs dropped the points. So there we got lucky, but I think Spurs have 1 or 2 games in hand. So they still got a chance. So it will be really hard for United, but the only thing we can do is win the matches we have in hand, and get back there. So I hope they win, but yeah, it will be really hard.
Crucial week for United this again. Let's go to this fixtures again now. So we have Manchester United versus Southampton coming up. Southampton again, great, a solid game against Spurs. Man City before that took a point off Man City and took whole 3 points off Spurs again. And to be honest, they were absolutely dominant against Spurs. The first half, they looked like they could absolutely kill the Spurs there, game right there. They hit like 4 times the bar, and to be honest, Spurs were nowhere to be seen against Southampton. And you are going against this Southampton team again, given it's at your home. What do you expect from United? Today?
Yeah, it will be really hard because Southampton play really well. Like they dominate the game against Spurs. Yeah, Spurs had chances, but they couldn't take. But they really dominated them, and they came back after they were down 2-1. They came back and got the victory 3-2 away at Spurs. Yeah, it's a great victory for them. And yeah, the whole squad will be buzzing now because it was such an important victory for them. It was a great comeback, and they will be really positive going forward. And United, they will be really down after the Burnley game because they will be thinking that in the first half itself they should have won the match. And second half, what is happening to United, they are not able to like stay in the game. So it will be really hard for United because the other team is really buzzing. They are looking to come and get the points here too. So it will be really hard, but United have to dig in and get the 3 points here because otherwise they have no chance of getting the top four if we drop points again.
What do you think
Because,
really is an issue with this United squad? When you watch them.
yeah, that we are not able to understand. Like first half, they are playing really well. They're scoring a goal, but they are not able to get the second goal. But in the second half, they are not been seen. They are not in the pitch. They are like other team are playing really well. I don't know. There's some mentality issue or something. Like it's really not happening for United in the second half. They really can't like get in the game in the second half.
Do you think
So I
Ragnick should have brought in Ronaldo faster in the game? Because I really feel that it was a bit later in the game that Ronaldo came on the pitch.
But I didn't think like it did really. I think it could have brought in some other midfielder or something because they were not really getting in the game. I don't think if Ronaldo had came in still because he would he would not have got the balls there because United were not able to keep the ball. So I think he would have brought in another an extra midfielder there and change the system because to hold the ball better. I think it could have been better, like rather than bringing Ronaldo in. Yeah, even like could have taken off Cavani early because even Cavani was not having a great game. He was struggling. So yeah, there are a couple of changes could have been like better, but yeah, it's
What I
like
see is United is not playing to its strengths. This was happening with I think Ole was doing bit better job. I would say. I mean, wasn't looking good for an eye, but he was still getting the results. I mean, he did get you guys in top two last season. But again, in Ragnick's time right now, what I see is they're not playing at United's strengths. Ronaldo again is not getting his balls again. Rashford again, his runs are really wasteful again. Sancho is the only one who I see, but that's again, he's putting in some effort, but not really getting the output again. It really looks a mess in United squad, and they need to pick up points really soon. At least this week is absolutely crucial. So, what are your predictions for this one then, Goku?
Yeah, it's really hard, but I just hope that it's just hope that United gets the 3 points, and because we need it really badly because otherwise the top four is gone, and if we're not getting the top four, then it's a disaster. So I really hope United gets the 3 points and like it will be really close, and I think it could be like a 2-1 for United.
2-1 for United. See, I am not that optimistic like you. I think Southampton is going to be absolutely brilliant in this game again, because they have been to take a point from Man City is not easy. Again, we have seen the kind of teams that go against Man City and get thrashed, and Southampton again twice now in this season have gone against them and have got points out of them, and then they go to Spurs again, and they get an absolutely brilliant victory. Now they're going to Manchester United, who are in actual disarray now after that Middlesbrough and Burnley results. Uh, I doubt it's even going to be draw. I think Southampton wins this game. This is what I feel. This is an upset. I think Southampton wins this game. I think it's going to be a 3-2 victory for Southampton. It's going to be really similar to what we saw in Spurs. I think Southampton is going to come head first in first half. If Spurs are not if Manchester are not careful, they're going to kill the game. And what I've seen from United till now, they get passive really fast in the game. They just slide down in second half, like you said. So I'm going for a 3-2 victory for Southampton here, because United right now doesn't look like a squad that belong in top four. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be absolutely hard. So let's go to this Brighton game again. Brighton again. Let's talk about Brighton then. Last week they they didn't really play last week. Before that, they have had some good results again. We know their backline is performing really well. Midfielders, they have some absolutely gem in that midfield with Kukurea and Bissouma. The strikers is a big problem that they don't really have someone who can really impose them as a number 9. But they are actually a good squad. And them going against Manchester United, they'll be hard to break. What I've seen from Brighton is they are a draw specialist. Do you really see United taking away your 3 points from this game?
Yeah, again, it will be a really hard game because we know like Brighton can cause an upset, and we have seen big matches there getting the points. So it will be
Absolutely draw
really
specialist. I'm not sure how many draws they have this season. Let me just check how many draws they have this season. I'm absolutely sure they have definitely about 11 draws or something like that,
yeah.
because they are brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. Let me see. Just let me see that. Um, Brighton, okay, have 12 draws. 12 draws. That's insane. 12 draws this season, and it's going to be hard for United to actually take away 3 points from here.
Yeah, again, it will be really hard game because the way we are playing is really hard because we couldn't break down Burnley. It will be Brighton are a better team than Burnley, so it will be really hard. It's not out there. But the thing is, United have to dig in. They have to dig in. They have to get the 3 points. They are no other choice. Otherwise, they are not getting close to the top four. It will be really hard. So they have to dig in. They have to get the 3 points and hope they will get. But yeah, there has to be a mentality change because this is not going to help. This is a club like United is like they are getting outplayed in the against the Burnley, against Middlesbrough. It's very hard to see that. So yeah, I hope there's a mentality change. I hope they come back and like get the 3 points against Brighton too.
The thing with United is when they go up against a decent squad, see, you have to be at least good in at least one side of the game. The midfield again, we know United midfield is absolutely average there, so they don't really go. If they go against a really good side where with a good midfield, they don't really have a chance. And again, their defense is right now showing up with Van Bissaka and Harry Maguire, and they look defensively very weak. The only positive that United have is they have some good forwards. Go against this Brighton squad again. Brighton have great midfield, and I'm not sure that Fernandes and Fred or McTominay will keep up with Bissouma and Cucurella. They're going to be all over United in that game.
Yeah, that's the new problem because now I think now Ragning has like switched to 4-3-3. So he's playing McTominay, then like Pogba and Bruno. But yeah, going forward they're looking good because we know Bruno can put in good balls and Pogba is like playing much better compared to like the start of the season. He's playing really well. Like last couple of games he has been really well. So they are going, but when they are like defending, then there's a problem because we know both Bruno and Pogba they don't like to track back. They are more of an attacking minded players. So the in midfield they are outnumbered because only McTominay is there. So against a good quality midfield, United will struggle because they will be outplayed in the midfield, and we know like defensively we are even bad. So with Maguire, he's like I can't say what. I think the next bold decision he has to make is dropping Maguire and putting in Love or Barry somebody because he is like really bad this season. He has been really poor. And moreover, he has been made a club captain. It's
Yeah, it's
he's,
ridiculous. I can tell you that. That's the reason I feel that he's not going to be dropped. But we'll get to know. We'll get to know this week where he stands with Ragnick and the club. What are your predictions for this one then, Goku?
Yeah, I just hope it's not pretty. I just hope that I will get the 3 points, and it will be really close. I think it's like 1-0.
1-0. Yeah, I think the Brighton, the specialist will get a draw out of this one as well. I think it's going to be a 1-1 again because the one thing that you can be certain is Brighton getting a draw out of every game because they are just brilliant at that. They're going to score at 90 minutes because I have been the spectator of that twice now. Them coming to Chelsea and we going to Brighton, and we have got absolutely outplayed by their midfield and getting a draw there. So it's not easy beating Brighton, brother. I'll tell you that. Let's go to the next game we have. Spurs versus Wolves. Spurs again, absolutely mediocre against Southampton. Wolves again, really good performance I would say, but Arsenal were but Arsenal were much better. They had I could say that it was a very even game, and Arsenal really took away 3 points. They were good at it, but Wolves shouldn't be really disheartened by it. But this is going to be a hard game for Spurs.
Yeah, I think like Wolves played really well. I guess against Arsenal, they couldn't put the ball in the net, but they played really well, and especially after the red card, it was only Wolves. Arsenal were just defending, but the problem is they are not not able to score the goals. They are not able to put the ball in the back of the net. So that's a problem for them right now. And yeah, this this won't be easy for Spurs again, because we know Wolves are very hard to like break at the back. They have really got a great back line, and it will be really hard to break them down. So it will be really hard. And moreover, Spurs defense is not that great. So even if Wolves get a goal early, then it will be really hard to come
Emerson
back.
Royal looked like really a cheap defender when I was watching the game. And and Spurs really, when I see Spurs playing, when they have a coach like Antonio Conte, I expect them to really work hard. I don't see that from Spurs side. I mean, I'm sure Antonio Conte will be, absolutely fuming right there. I'm sure that he'll be getting in a lot of transfers. Summer, we know that he's going to leave if he doesn't get what he wants. And this Spurs side looks like they need a complete revamp in midfield. Probably definitely in defense. Probably definitely another striker to support Harry Kane. But they need a few changes. But I definitely feel Spurs looked, decent. I would say they were decent in the game against Southampton, but they didn't have the killer instinct. And Southampton really were pamming these people because these people defense are so weak, absolutely weak. Every run Southampton made, they were breaking Spurs into pieces.
Yeah, I think like Spurs need a right back and a couple of centre backs, because Emerson Roy is like he's not good enough in really. And again at the centre back, I think Romero, he's good. He's still too settled because he had injuries and all. I think he's a good defender, but apart from that, I don't think like Davis is playing centre back. He's more of a left back, and so they need a right back and a couple of defense defenders to like get a quality back line. So that's why they're struggling, because and we saw against Southampton they're struggling in there. So Conte will be like very pushing hard for getting the defenders in the summer. Otherwise, doing people, because we saw against Inter, he won the trophy. He was not getting the players. He was losing the players. So he needs quality players, and I think he will make sure he get. Otherwise, he's going to go.
He's gone if he doesn't get what he wants. We have seen it firsthand at Chelsea. We have seen it at Inter. Every club, that doesn't give him stuff. He just moves out. He's a top manager. He's not going to stay at a mediocre club. And club like Spurs should be happy that they have one of the best coaches in the world, and they have to back him. They have to back him completely this summer. If they don't, it's as good as having nothing, because without the players they currently have are absolutely shit. They're not going to challenge anything with the kind of squad they have. I don't think they're going to get in top 4. I honestly believe they don't, because after watching the Southampton game, Spurs don't really have the quality to get in. I really see it's between Manchester United, West Ham, and Arsenal. The top 4 battle is, because Spurs are absolutely shit when they're going against quality teams. They just can't capitalize, and they don't really have the quality to do so as well. So I don't really see Spurs getting anything out of this game, because Wolves, again, like I said, they are brilliant. They're a brilliant side. They're a brilliant unit. I can put it that way. Their midfield is better. Their defense is much better. The only thing that Spurs have on Wolves is, again, Harry Kane and Son. Those are the only thing they have better from Wolves. But Wolves can be absolutely dangerous in the counter attack. And I really feel this is them not getting points out of the Southampton team and make them look really weak. Wolves could actually, go ahead and get a win out of here.
Yeah, Wolves can do that, because they are quality squad. They're as a whole team, they're much balanced than Spurs, I guess, because defensively and midfield and attack. Only in attack, Spurs have upper hand because they have Harry Kane and Son. Otherwise, I think Wolves are right up there. So it won't be easy, but I think Wolves can cause an upset, and for a Manchester United fan, it will be great if Spurs lose again, because at least one team might get dragged back. So I hope Wolves get the 3 points here.
I definitely 1 point at least, because I don't really believe that this Spurs side is going to do anything. The only thing, the positive that I see in Spurs side is Antonio Conte. Apart from that, there is nothing. That squad is absolute shit. Harry Kane should leave Spurs this season. I definitely believe he should. If it, I know Man City are going for Haaland. I think so. I think they will push hard for Haaland this season. But if Haaland goes there, I just hope that we do a Lukaku and a Harry Kane swap. I'm going to be the happiest person in the world if we just do that, because I don't want this guy at my club. Harry Kane would be an absolutely gem of a signing for Chelsea, because we know he's quality striker suffering in a club like the Spurs, because they don't deserve him. Let's be honest, they don't deserve a striker like Harry Kane. They don't deserve a winger like Son as well. That club is absolutely shit. If they don't get a signing this summer, they might as well sell these both people.
Yeah, but then again, if they are losing Son and Kane, then they will lose Conte too. He's not going to stay there.
Do you really see Conte staying for more than 2 years in this shit of a squad?
Yeah, that's not more than 2. I think the summer will decide if he's staying or not. Because if he's not getting players in the summer, then he's going to go. He's not going to last 2 years. He's going to go there himself, and we know that because we saw in interviews he's done that after winning the championship. So he will be gone. So that's what. So if he's not getting the squad, then he's going to go. So I really think Harry Kane should have moved this season, because he clearly told that he wanted to move on, but they didn't leave him, and that's affected him. We can see, because he has only got 5 goals in the season. That's so down. The standards he has set, it's so bad this season, and from that we can know that he got affected with the all the transfer saga there. So but I think it should be really hard for Chelsea to convince him to come to the London rivals, because it will really affect his the fan base will be really hard on him, because the rivalry.
But he definitely wants to win something, no? He's not going to win anything at Spurs. I'll give you that. They haven't won shit.
Spurs is not going to win. But if Man City is not coming in, then the only option he will be having is Chelsea, because
or United. But United definitely can go for him, because they don't do a striker.
But United have other positions to fill, because we really need defensive midfield. I think the first match is midfield. So if we go for Harry Kane, I think 100 million.
Yes. We know the market right now. 100 million is absolutely minimum for a striker like Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. So then it will we can't go for a defensive midfielder then, because. So I don't think United will be in the running. I think it will be between City and Chelsea.
I doubt Chelsea will go. I think Chelsea are going to stick with Lukaku for another year. I just hope that pillar goes out of my club as soon as possible.
Lukaku scored in the Club World Cup, right?
Man, come on, that against a team. And I was watching the game. I'll tell you what, we were lucky to get out of there. They were absolutely dominating us in second half. We didn't have anything against them in second half. We were just lucky to get away with that. And Lukaku was in right time and right place. That's all.
Kepa made a couple of good saves.
I think Kepa is going to go out of this next season. I think he's going to have a lot of shout-outs next season, because he's been a good goalkeeper this season.
Yeah, when he has got option, he's done well. In the penalty shootouts too, he has done well. So I think there will be teams out there for him.
I think he could get around 30 to 40 million this season. I would be happy to get back at least something out of Kepa's investment. We can just invest it a bit more in probably getting Declan Rice, which is looking very likely now. It's between United and Chelsea to getting Declan Rice. So we'll see how the battle goes out. I really feel Declan Rice has a soft spot for Chelsea because of the his past days at here. But I think that the battle is really between these both sides. Maybe Man City can drop in for long-term replacement of Fernandinho for again for Declan Rice, but it's going to be really nice to see how that battle pans out, because he's again a great player to watch out for.
Yeah, he's a top player, because I think one of the best who has come out of England right in the couple of seasons. He's been real, and he has improved a lot compared to last season. He was great. This season he has become even better. He's improving a lot. So there will be our teams out there for looking for him, and it will be really. I think it will break the record in English football.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 100 million again. But man, I just hope that I just hope he stays for a year and he just brings down the value so that we can just pick him up after that season. Because right now, spending 100 million on I desperately need a striker, man. I desperately need a striker. This guy is just not happening. Lukaku is a fat pillar who doesn't move. I don't like this guy anymore. I just want him out of my club. I just hope that we can get even a half decent striker half decent striker from some other league, I'll be just happy with that. This guy can't just move, and I would really see investment in that end, because midfield again, we can get back on a Gallagher. He will do a brilliant job there. So we have ammunitions for next
I
season.
think Chelsea will be better with like Broja,
Mm.
who is now in
I
South.
absolutely, exactly. I was about to come for that. Broha has been absolutely amazing in that Southampton squad.
Yeah,
I would be happy to replace Lukaku with this guy. But I think Chelsea wouldn't do that. I think Chelsea will give another season
yeah,
him for Southampton. He's quite young. I think we're gonna see him how he develops, and we're gonna bring him back in our squad. Maybe sell him. That's what we do. But I definitely want a striker. I don't want this guy, because this guy has spoiled our season. If he had a better striker, I'll bet you he would be right in the title race.
yeah, that is.
This guy has spoiled, and we have Champions League to look forward to, man. It's February. We have Champions League to look forward to. With this guy, I have no confidence we're gonna go deep in. So it's just depressing to see this guy whenever he comes onto the pitch. I really hope that we get a good striker next season. Midfielders, I'm telling you, we get Conor Gallagher. It's going to solve a lot of problems. He's going to be way more attacking. He's going to be a bit more like Kovacic. So we're going to have a replacement for him. We just need a replacement for someone like an N'Golo Kante, and that's going to be Declan Rice. And I just hope he stays another year for West Ham, and that brings down his value, and we can just go for him after that. But yeah, that's probably, we'll see how it turns out this summer, because I don't really, wherever Chelsea goes for a big amount signing, it has never worked. We went for Fernando Torres for a big signing, it didn't work. Who others have we gone for a big money again? We went for Alvaro Morata for big signing, it didn't really work. Whenever any big signing we have done, it doesn't really work. You see the bargain signing we have had, Kovacic. You see the bargain signing we have had. Our academy again pumps out really good players. I think we should concentrate more on that. But again, buying 100 million players is not something that we should do. We are not really good at it. We are absolutely not really good at it. Let's move on then. What are your predictions for this one then, Gokul? Spurs versus Wolves.
Yeah, it will be really hard, but yeah, I think it could be a draw, because like both the teams will be like not wanting to lose the game, and I think it could be a draw, like a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I think I can look for a 1-1 draw as well, because I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw as well, or maybe a 2-2, but I think it's going to be a draw. Let's go to the next game. We have Leicester versus West Ham. Leicester again. They are looking weak. They're looking weak day by day, getting knocked out of FA Cup from Nottingham Forest. Now they got 2-0 pumped by Liverpool. I told you before the game that they will have no chance against this Liverpool side. That's the form they are in. And going against this West Ham side, who are high on confidence, I don't see them doing anything again. I know, given they have a lot of injuries, but still, I don't see them getting anything out of this West Ham game as well.
Yeah, true. I doubt they're getting anything out of this game, because West Ham, I think they have been really clinical. They are getting the points, and like Leicester, I think they're really struggling. They are not able to put in a fight. They are not able to put in a fight, because last season we saw they were really good, but this season, yeah, they got injuries, but still we expect them to perform better. Yeah. It's not like they're playing well and getting beaten up, but they're not playing well. They're really struggling to get in the game. So even I doubt they're getting anything out of this game, because I think West Ham will get the whole 3 points here.
I think they look a great squad. Gerard Bowen looks absolutely on fire. I wonder who's going to pick up Gerard Bowen again, because every time he comes on the pitch, it looks like he's going to score 100%. It's going to be interesting if he's going to stay longer in West Ham. I think he's going to stay longer in West Ham, because wingers are something that every club really has in a top four, at least have an adequate amounts. So I don't know how Gerard Bowen is going to go, but Gerard, he is absolutely a brilliant player whenever I watch him in the West Ham squad.
Yeah, this season he has been sensational. He has been the best player, I guess, in West Ham squad. He has scored goals. He has put in assists. He has played really well. I think he has taken the pressure of Antonio, Mikel Antonio, because Antonio hasn't been going off lately, but he has taken over from him. He is scoring, he is assisting. So yeah, great season for Bowen.
I think West Ham has some two to three great prospects right now to sell, but I think West Ham can carry on with these players for at least one more season, and aim for being in top four in the Champions League spots, because they have the squad now. The only thing they need is a proper striker. They might get it from Lingard. Probably, I think Lingard is going to go to West Ham this summer. It's looking very likely now because we know he wanted to join this in this winter, but United really blocked that move. And I think we're going to see him actually move to West Ham in this summer because he's going to be out of contract. I think that's looking very likely.
Yeah, I think he should have moved like last season itself, the summer itself. But he told he is going to stay.
He's
It
a
was really
local
bad.
boy. He's a local boy. He probably wanted to stay there, but we know
But
it's going to be hard for him to like feature in United games.
because he's like there was Bruno Fernandes playing in his position, so it was hard to replace Bruno. And I don't think he's better on the wings because he has to play from the middle. That's the best position of him. And we have Bruno here. So it was like written because he's not going to get the chances he got at West Ham. So I think it was better he moved on to West Ham because he would have got the game time. And we know he's a good player. He's not like a bad player. He's a quality player. When he's like given the freedom to play at the like a number 10. And we saw the results he got in West Ham. So yeah, he should have moved on the summer itself. But yeah, I think next summer he's going to go because he's like contract is up. So yeah, it's his choice. So I think it will be easy choice for like West Ham because he has played there and he performed well. So even they will be looking to get him. So yeah, I think it should be a good move for both.
Yeah, I think so too. What are your predictions for this one then, Gokul? Leicester versus West Ham. Leicester again, I have no hopes over. So
yeah, I think West Ham. I think they will get all the 3. I think it will be like easy 2-0, 2-0.
2-0 victory. Yeah. I think so too. I think it's going to be Leicester might get one goal back. Maybe Madison is going to get one, but West Ham again gets this win. I think it's a 2-1 victory for West Ham there. Let's go for Burnley versus Liverpool. Yeah, Burnley again. They desperately need points because the relegation battle is becoming way more interesting now because Norwich are gathering points. All of us now, we thought Norwich were goners, but Norwich are right now looking the most safer side right now. I mean, to get out of the relegation, they're getting points. Dean Smith is weaving his magic in this Norwich squad. They are getting points out of every game. And this Burnley side desperately need points right now. They got a point out of Manchester United last week. Do you really think they can get something out of this Liverpool squad?
I don't think so because even against United in the first half, easily United could have got 3 or 4 goals, but because they couldn't finish the game. But in the second half, yeah, Burnley came back to like the game and they got the goal. But if they play like that against Liverpool, they don't stand a chance because Liverpool will get the game in the first half. They will get 3 or 4 goals in the first half and they will be like finishing it off. So I don't think Burnley will have a chance against Liverpool and moreover Salah is back. And that's a bad news for Burnley. So yeah, I think it will be easy victory for Liverpool.
Yeah, I feel so too. I think Burnley might make it a bit tough, but I see Liverpool getting 3 points here as well. Liverpool again, great signing with that Luis Diaz. He looked really good in that game, no?
Yeah, he really played in the first game. First game for him, debut for him. Yeah, he played really well. I think it's a great signing for them because they were looking to sign him in the summer, but because Spurs got him, they got the man. They got the man even like for the less money they expected. So I think it's a really great signing. And Jota is looking great day by day.
Oh yeah, we should talk about Jota. I mean, they got Jota because they couldn't get Werner, and we got stuck with Werner. And them getting Jota looks like the best signing ever. And Liverpool, I don't know how they get good with this forward signings. They got Mane, they got Salah, they got Firmino. Now they have Jota. What a signing he's been for Liverpool.
Yeah, nobody's saw him going to get this better. He has like once he has signed for Liverpool, he's been completely a different player. He has changed completely. He has played he's great. Yeah, he's scoring goals. He's really complimenting with like Mane, Salah, and Firmino. He's doing really well.
Firmino is finding it hard to get back in the squad because of Diogo Jota.
Yeah, I think currently the best front three is like Mane, Salah, and Jota. I think Firmino, he started decline, I think. So I think now moving forward, we'll see more of Jota because he is really like got into Liverpool team really well. So, and yeah, that's what their recruitment, I think we should give a lot of praise for their recruitment because they are finding the players like who can like play to their like way of playing. The way of
and they get they don't really pay like 100 million or something. They just get it really cheaply.
Like 40 to 30, 40 million they're getting like really good players, and yeah, we have to give praise like for the recruitment team. They're like really watching around and getting the players Klopp needs. So yeah, we have to like give a lot of credit to them.
That's what I'm telling you. If you don't get Declan Rice, if Manchester United don't get Declan Rice, or Chelsea don't get a Declan Rice, we should definitely rate that Wolves squad and take one of their midfielders, because I tell you, those are really one of the best those are probably the best midfielders I've seen. Them and Brighton have one of four of the best midfielders I've seen in the game. So I think if we don't get Declan Rice, because who's going to be overpriced, let's be honest, it's going to be 100 plus million. If we don't get that, we definitely have to go. We definitely have to go looking for Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, Bissouma, or Cucurella, because those four I feel are as good as Declan Rice. They're as good as Declan Rice. Maybe Calvin Phillips as well. I think these five are probably as good as Declan Rice. We'll get him. They're just not overpriced because the squad they play in and the position they are in right now. But I
And he's
definitely
an English.
believe exactly. I definitely believe that these players can absolutely replace him. But yeah, we will have to see how it goes, because we know our clubs are going for 100 million signings, and that doesn't really work out for us in the season. We should be looking at Liverpool's model in this recruiting, because they have been absolutely spot on with their signings. Luis Diaz, again, when I was watching the game, he looked absolutely good. Not only his long range efforts, but he's really good at cutting down players and everything. He's good at dribbling as well. So yeah, he looks a good signing for Liverpool.
Yeah, it didn't look like he's like playing for the first time for Liverpool. It's like he's playing for long, like he's been there for a long time. Yeah, that's what we have to give credit to the recruitment, because we have been very poor with that. We have been playing all the awards of the player, and we are not getting the point we want. So yeah, in that prospect, Liverpool are great, and I think it's good days ahead of them, because they got a really good team there.
Yeah. What are your predictions for this one then?
I think it would be an easy win for Liverpool. I think it could be a 3 or 4-0 for Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit closer, because I believe more on Sean Dyche. I think it's going to be a 1-2 victory for Liverpool. But we know if Liverpool starts running, they'll just absolutely run away with the game in the first half as well. Let's go to the next game we have. Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Newcastle are looking completely changed side after those signings. They were brilliant in the game against Everton.
They were amazing. Yeah, they were great. I think Repair, like he played a really great match there. Repair, I think he made a lot of difference there. He was playing really well, and yeah, all in all, I think the signings they made, I think they got a push for the team is looking great, way better. The stadium was on their back. They were looking really on the way. It's like the 12th man there. They were really on the team's back. So it's really made a difference, and they're like confident. I think now they'll be confident to stay in the Premier League, because they got a really better squad, and they're playing well now, because Eddie Howe is getting to play Newcastle really well. He's getting the new players have adjusted well, and now we have to see how the Bruno Ramirez comes into the team, and if he's able to perform in the Premier League, we have to see. And if he's playing well, then Newcastle have every chance of staying up.
But it's looking like everyone can stay up in the bottom half, because the relegation battle is really close. I think it's going to go to the end of the day, end of the game, end of the Premier League, 100%. This is Aston Villa side again. Let me come back to the Aston Villa. They look really good that game. Coutinho again. What a signing he's been for Aston Villa. I mean, we know he was quality. I don't know what's wrong with Barcelona. They get these great players. I'll give you examples. Yeah, Griezmann, Dembele, Coutinho. They have some great players who did amazing things with their previous clubs. Okay, let's go to Coutinho. He was brilliant for Liverpool. Got him where they are. They signed him for 100 plus million again. They go for Dembele again, who scored like lots of goals for Dortmund that season. They get him back. They get him out of the squad. They get Griezmann for 100 plus million. All these are 100 plus million players. All these three have gone to Barca and have failed, completely failed. Griezmann goes back to Atletico Madrid, gets a title, and and Coutinho comes back to Aston Villa. See the way they are playing. You see the way they are playing. That midfield looks brilliant right now. The passes that Coutinho made that day, it was really the choice. I was watching the game and he had choice to pass between Ramsey and the other guy. He was picking players really well, and to be honest, that Ramsey guy, what I'm seeing from the Aston Villa squad, great player. That his decision making in
Yeah,
in front of the goal is really good, absolutely brilliant. I'm saying I see a good future for this guy, and Coutinho and him are matching up really well. I'm really impressed by Coutinho again in Aston Villa. I didn't really think that he would have this kind of impact. It's just been 2 to 3 games, and he looks like a brilliant signing already.
yeah. I think the thing is he's getting a lot of freedom here. He's able to play his way of football here. But in Barcelona, he had to like play the Barcelona way. He had to like he was like put on the wings. We know he's a great number 10, but Barcelona were playing 4-3-3 and he was put on the wings. He doesn't have the pace or like the pace to get out of there because he's a more of like a passing player who creates chances from like number 10 position. But Barcelona, we know like Messi is there to create the so
That
he's
he
not going
wasn't there. He left the club. I think they should have focused on the
yeah.
players they have. They should have focused on they could have focused on Dembele and Coutinho, making them matching them up. They could have focused on Griezmann. They have lost the plot, losing their best players. Now they have players like Adama Traore. Who I don't know who's that. Ansu Fati again. He's really young. He's going to come up. I know, I'm for sure, but he doesn't really have the quality that we were seeing in these players. Of course, their wages were really high, but that's really come up to Barcelona's fault now. Them getting Aubameyang. Aubameyang is not better than Griezmann. Aubameyang is not better than Coutinho. They're getting these
Yeah.
players. Now we're
And
going to see a very mediocre Barcelona side.
yeah, true. Because Aubameyang, he doesn't have much left in him because I think he's 32 or 33. So there's not left in. And I think Dembele, he's playing one game and he's getting injured for 3 months. So
I think something is
yeah,
wrong with Barcelona. I think you see him transferring to some other club, you'll see him lighting up that club. I'm guaranteeing you.
I think he's going to PSG, I guess, because anyway Mbappe is going to leave for Real Madrid. So I think he will replace with Dembele and they will get him for free. So like Dembele might go for PSG. And
Do you think
we will
PSG
see
won't
what
try for Haaland? Great prospect again.
but they're getting Dembele for free, so they can get him and they can get Haaland too, right? Because anyway, he transfer.
And
So,
he's a French, so it's going to be a match made in heaven there as well.
yeah.
What are your thing? I mean, we saw Newcastle again going against this Everton side, and they are absolutely pammed. Lampard's first game as Everton's coach, and he getting really Everton are getting pulled in this relegation battle. I'll tell you right now, because because that was a bad result against Newcastle. They should have at least got a draw out of this game. They didn't, and Aston Villa again. How good their forwards and midfield is. I can just tell you their defense is as bad as that.
Yeah, but Aston Villa, they're really like it was a great game against Leeds. 3-3. It was a great game. Yeah, but defensively they have problem because Mings he makes a couple of mistakes and all. So defensively they have a problem, but the midfield and forward they are looking really good. So they have to improve the midfield. Then they look really well. Like the backline, then they got a really good squad there. But against Aston Villa for Newcastle, it will be a bit harder because they won't be like Matt Target won't be available because it's his parent club. And I think Trippier got injured. If Trippier is missing in the game, it will be a really big miss for Newcastle because he making difference for them. So it will be a really big miss. Then it will be really hard for Newcastle. And we have to see if like Bruno Gimenez comes in and how he performs. If he plays really well in the midfield, then it will really help Newcastle because we know that Aston Villa have really quality midfield. So it will really make a difference there. So he has to come in and he has to perform. So it will be a really close game, but I think Aston Villa have like a bit quality out there. With
you think Matt Target is on loan or was it a permanent?
He's on loan.
Okay.
He's on
so I think he's going to miss against Newcastle. Yeah. But how do you see this going to pan out? Do you really think Newcastle will struggle this game because Aston Villa aren't good because they considered 3 against Leeds side as well?
Yeah, it will be really like a really close game, but if Newcastle are missing these like couple of big players, then they might struggle because then they have to go back to the back line they had earlier because missing Target and Trippier, it will be a really big miss. So if they miss both of them, like Target won't be available, and if Trippier is also injured and if he's not available, then it will be a really big miss for them. Then it will be harder for them. But if he's available, then they have an upper hand. They can and it's at Newcastle Stadium, so it will be even harder for Aston Villa. But I think Aston Villa just have a quality up front. They have better players up front, and so it might make a difference.
Yeah, I'm going for a 3-1 victory for Aston Villa. What are your predictions for them this one, Luka?
Yeah, I think it will be a lot close. I think it will be a 2-1 for Aston Villa.
I can see that. Yeah.
The problem is like Newcastle's forward line is not good. They have a maximum, but I think Chris Wood has not I don't think he is good enough to score.
I think he's just a backup striker for Callum Wilson until he comes back. Once Callum Wilson comes back, he's going to be there.
Yeah, I think if Callum Wilson were there, then we could have gone for Newcastle because we know if he gets a chance, he's going to score goals. But I can't really say with Chris Wood like that.
He still had to adapt to this Newcastle side. I completely agree with that. Let's go to the next game we have. Brentford versus Crystal Palace. This looks like a draw written all over, man.
Yeah, and I think Brentford will be really hoping to get the victory because all the other teams, they are pushing up. They're closing Brentford down. They're getting the points there. So now Brentford will be in a trouble. They have under pressure to get the points here. But it will be. And Crystal Palace of late, they are a bit struggling now.
I think Eriksen might come in this Brentford squad, so that might be a boost. But again, Brentford are really suffering from the classic squad depth problem because they don't really have the depth in their squad. I think they need a bit more additions by next season. Because that's what in Premier League you need to have some kind of depth. It's not going to work. You can't rely on a player for a whole season of 34 games or 35 games because it's going to be hard to compete in Premier League in that way.
Yeah, and it's a long season. We knew that because they didn't have a big squad. They have a really small squad. So it was bound to happen. But now they have to get the points now because the other teams, Newcastle, Norwich, they are getting points here and there. So they are under pressure now. But Crystal Palace of late, we see they are struggling against Norwich too. They struggled, but they could have won the match. But Salah missed the penalty at last. So they could have got the victory, but they got a draw there. But really, they should have won the match. So even they are getting they are struggling to get the points. So it will be even I could see their draw here because both the team are getting it harder to get the victory.
Yeah, I go for a 2-2 draw here because I don't see what exactly Brentford really they really need some signings because they don't really look like a Brentford squad that we saw at the start of the season because we know the players are tired. We saw the Ivan Toney video that came out, so that's caused a bit of a problem there. And again, Crystal Palace again on the other hand, they are just doing what they are doing. They're conceding a lot of goals. They're scoring. They're pretty much on the same. I see a draw here. What are your predictions then here?
Yeah, even I go for a draw. I think it could be a 2-2 draw. Same.
Let's go to the next game. We have double game week from Brighton as well. We have Watford versus Brighton. Watford again, they too desperately need points. We thought Watford was safe at some point of this game, but again, we were proved wrong. Premier League is Premier League. The top four, the bottom four is way more interesting than top four battle right now. And Watford again with Roy Hodgson, they might look really solid against this Brighton side. It could be a very even matchup again.
Yeah, true. Because with Roy Hodgson, they are looking the backline, but they really need to score goals because they just can't defend and stay in the Premier League because other teams are getting the results. So they have to improve going forward. They have to score goals. Only then getting a point won't be enough because Newcastle are getting the victories, Norwich are getting the points. So they really need to go and score goals. And I think it will be hard for them because I think Dennis, he has scored goals, but in the midfield, I don't think they have got a great quality there in the midfield to create goals. So
I think it's a very, I think it's a bit of an even match, but Brighton are much better unit compared to Watford. I think they're going to be a bit more solid there. I think it's going to be hard to score against both the teams since Roy Hudson has come in, and Watford's going to be hard to score against Watford as well. But I see Brighton's forward has a bit more experience. Yeah.
But the midfield might make a difference because Brighton have got really great midfield. They will control the game. They will outnumber Watford in the midfield. So I think that will be the difference there, and I think that will help them to get the victory over Watford.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I'll go for a Brighton 2-1 victory here because Watford again. We'll have to see how they play this week to actually talk more about that. Brighton again. I go for 2-1 victory, close one. What's your predictions here?
Yeah, even I go for that. 2-1 will be good for Brighton.
So we come to the final game of the week. We have Norwich versus Man City. Norwich again, good at they have been good, but it could all come crashing against Man City. What am I saying? It will come all crashing against Man City because they are brilliant. Every week we come here and we just praise Man City. They are just a squad to beat in this game.
Yeah, it's been a lot of years. It's been Man City's way. So yeah, it should be an easy victory for Man City. We don't have to say anything about that. It's just a matter that how many goals they're going to score. I think that's we have to look up to. But it will be an easy victory for Man City. It will be like a comfortable victory. I think it will be a 3 or 4-0 for Man City.
3 or 4-0. It's surprising we just say that 3 or 4-0, but they don't have a striker at all. They don't play with striker at all. I mean, Gabriel Jesus don't play that much. And you see the goals coming from Bernardo Silva. You see goals coming from Riyad Mahrez. You see goals coming from the midfield. He has developed false nine, proper false nine. He's perfected it, the Pep Guardiola. We need to do something fast against this Pep Guardiola, because it looks like he's going to sign a new deal again, and if he does, it's all over for us again.
Really bad news, yeah. I thought he might move on after this contract, but yeah, we are hearing that he could extend. Yeah, it's really bad for other teams in the Premier League, like Chelsea, United, Liverpool. It's really bad news, but it's happy days for Man City then.
Man, if he sticks around another 5 years, we know he's going to win at least 3 more Premier Leagues, and that's going to put them really close. That's going to make them an elite team. If they're not already, I'm 100% sure they're going to win at least one more Champions League. Not one more, they are going to win definitely at least one Champions League if Pep signs for another 3 or 4 years. I really don't want him to sign, but it's looking very, very likely because there's nowhere else to go. Actually, there's nowhere really anywhere else to go. What is going to do getting retired? He's really comfortable in the City squad.
Yeah, true. I think. Yeah, true. I don't think any other team will excite him, and I think he told after club he might manage the international team, but I think there's a lot of time for that. I think he has time for that. So even I think he might extend because it's looking likely he will extend.
The only team I feel that he can leave Man City for is Barcelona. He might go back to Barcelona and create another squad, but that's a really far-fetched idea because he's really comfortable. He gets all the money he wants from Sheikh Mansour, and he gets everything, and he does what he does. Brilliant from Man City again. If they are able to get Pep Guardiola for another 5 years.
Yeah, and they have a complete squad there. They don't need a big investment there. Just if you tell they need is a striker. If they get a striker, then they have a whole squad, complete squad.
They are scoring 4 to 3 goals on an average every match without striker. Yeah. How much do you reckon they'll score with a striker then?
I'm telling in prospect of Champions League because in Champions League they might struggle in the knockout stages. We have seen that, so it could be very close. So in Premier League, this team is good enough for in the Premier League for season now because they have got a complete squad. But when the Champions League comes out, they might need the number 9 who is a poacher like Aguero, just get in there when there's not a lot of chances get the goal, the one chance he gets. So he might need a striker there in the Champions League to get the Champions League victory. So it's a really good, a complete squad there. They've got a quality all over the pitch. I think they could make a 2-11-a-side team.
I mean, if Man City could, compete in both, if their whole squad could compete, they could break their whole squad into 2 or 3 teams and compete in Premier League. I'm sure 2 of Man City's time would end up in top 4 because they are really good. They are
They have that
absolutely
much
good.
quality.
And against this Norwich side, I don't really see any hopes for these poor people. I think they're going to drop all 3 points here. And good news for Burnley. And Burnley also are going against Liverpool, so it's not really good, that much good news for them. But Newcastle, if they get a 3 points out of this game, or if Watford gets a 3 point out of this Crystal Palace game, that's going to be a good. This is going to be a good results for both of the team.
Yeah, I think Watford might be like a bit hard, but yeah, if they get the victory, then it's really good, and Newcastle too. But it will be hard for both the team. But yeah, well, like compared to the other team, they have got the better fixtures, so they might like look to get the victories there and like
at least a point out of those games. But
yeah.
because. But Burnley, they might get a point. They did the same thing against Liverpool last, but Liverpool in bad form last year. Right now, it looks really
Right
hard
now,
for
I
Liverpool,
don't.
I think.
Yeah, because Liverpool, it's really hard to beat them now. Even defensively, like Van Dijk back, he's looking great, and in the midfield, they're looking all of this. They are looking great. Liverpool, we don't have. And Alisson is even better. They're getting a chance. He's going to make the save. He's like that. So it will be really hard to break them down. I don't think Burnley have a chance there.
What are your predictions for this one then? Yeah. You can never back out Sean Dyche, 100%. I believe that. I'm going to miss Sean Dyche if he's not going to be in Premier League, I'm sure. So what are your predictions for this one then?
Man City Norwich, yeah, I think it will be like 3-0 or 4-0.
Yeah, I will not, doubt that, because I'm going for 3-0 as well, because Man City are, they're going to get goals. They're going to keep clean sheets. That's why they are in the top of the league. So yeah, with that, we have come to the end of the Game 25 show. And guys, if you're still watching us, please like, share, and subscribe. We are planning to go live next season, so we'll be you'll be getting way more content from us than this season. So with that, Gokul, I'll see you again next week. Hopefully, Manchester United get something out of this week, and hopefully Chelsea are Club World Cup champions. We have to look forward to that game as well.
Today, right?
Yes, it is today. It is today.
Yeah.
It's something for us, at least something. We'll have some trophy again this season.
Right. Yeah, it's a big trophy. Club World Cup, it's a big achievement.
So hopefully we can get that. I'll see you again. Champions of champions of Club World Cup. So I'll see you again, Gokul, again next week.
Yeah,
okay?
see you, bye.
Guys,
See you next week,
again, I just want to put out a request again. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll continue to give you back these shows week in, week out. Till then, until next week, have a good week. Stay safe. I'll see you again next week then. See ya.
Bye, guys. Yeah.